We are officially at the halfway mark of 2023. It's time to check in with our goals and see where we are and where we want to go. Even if you're not exactly where you want to be, remember it's in your control to change the trajectory. Only you can stand in your own way. I can't believe it's already halfway through 2023. What? What's up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing our mid-year reset. I am so excited for this second half of the year, especially because I have found a new way of goal setting that I am so incredibly excited to do, and I can't wait to share it with you. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's all over YouTube, but it's the 12-week year. But before we get into planning for that, we're gonna go ahead and do a little tidy session around here and just kind of get our space reset. So let's go ahead and knock out some of these chores so we feel nice and clean and just excited to plan. And then we will sit down and we will dream up our 12-week year together. So now that our space is super clean and it just feels like a fresh start in our space, we are going to sit down and plan our goals. I, first of all, can't believe that it is already June of 2023. I feel like I was just making 2023 goal setting videos, and here we are in June. Mid-year reset is just insane to me. Even if you're not where you wanted to be at this point of the year, you do have things that you should be proud of. Also, you have plenty of time to turn it around or still achieve your goals. I have actually actually come across a new goal setting method that I'm so incredibly excited about, and I wanted to share it with you. It's been circulating YouTube quite a bit recently, so you've probably heard of it, but it's actually the 12-week year. So essentially the concept of this is, instead of measuring your year by 12 months, you measure it by 12 weeks. So each 12 weeks would be basically a year, and you set no more than 3 goals, and then you create a plan on exactly how you're going to achieve those goals by the end of the 12 weeks. And honestly guys, like, I am obsessed with this method because a lot of us really feel like, and me included, that you just have so much time. You know, you set your goals in January, you hit them hard in January, possibly February, and you start to kind of taper off, or maybe things don't go as planned, or you just kind of procrastinate because you just have a lot of time from that point to December 31st. And then we get to around the end of the year and we start like panicking because we haven't achieved the goals we'd set out to achieve, and we don't want to disappoint ourselves, and it's just a whole mess. We give December 31st and the new year so much value, which in all honesty, that day, December 31st, is no more valuable than like June 20th. We give that day so much meaning behind our goals, when in all honesty, it doesn't really matter. There's no significance of that day. I love this because it gives me zero excuse to procrastinate. Literally every single day counts in this 12 weeks. You don't have a week to just say, oh, I'm not gonna do it, because you only have 12. You just don't have time to waste, and you don't have time to put something off or say you're gonna do it tomorrow and then end up not doing it until 5 months from then. Like, you just don't have time. And one really amazing thing about the 12-week year and the way this is planned is, basically, if you're having a day where you feel like complete crap and you don't feel like doing anything, you have a plan to just fall back on. It's not waking up and being like, I don't know what to do today, I'm not really sure what I can do, I don't feel like doing anything, so I'm just gonna go scroll on TikTok. Like, no, you have a plan that you can go and fall back on without even thinking about it. You just go to your checklist and you start checking things off. And don't feel like you can't start because you haven't read the book. I haven't finished the book yet, and I'm doing this. I'm not waiting until I'm done reading this. I'm gonna read this along the way. I'll make tweaks if I have to. Don't make any excuses as to why you can't do this, because you can literally plan this today and start tomorrow. So I actually planned this in Notion, and I got it from Montelle. I'll leave her video linked below. She has a new template out. It's not free, but the one that I'm using is her free version that she came out with last year. That's what I am going to be using, but I did pick 3 goals. My 3rd goal I wanted to keep private, but the other 2 I would love to share with you. It's definitely a great way to grow your business. It's a great way to set health and fitness goals. If there's just something you really want to achieve, you can seriously do it within 12 weeks. You can have a totally different life in 12 weeks. One point that he makes in the book is having a clear vision. Before you do anything, you want these goals to be tied to that vision, because whenever you can clarify your vision and your goals, your ultimate life of what you're trying to achieve, you're able to emotionally attach to that, and that's bigger than any procrastination that you could have. The real change is in execution, and I know for me, there's also a lot of fear in execution. If you are able to have that emotional attachment and think bigger than yourself in that moment, it really pushes you through those days where you just don't feel like it. The last thing you want to do is this uncomfortable thing. Keeping that big vision and that clarity in mind is going to push you through that wall, because let's face it, a lot of the action and the execution that is involved and getting to those goals is very uncomfortable. But even though it is uncomfortable, your passion and the emotion that you have attached to that vision will push you through and help you get through those uncomfortable moments. But my first goal that I'm going to show you just how I broke it down, I have my laptop here, that's what I'm looking at, is my health and fitness goal. So my health and fitness goal is just to really feel stronger and leaner. So I really want to build muscle, I want to burn fat, but I just want to feel strong and basically like a weapon, because I don't want to feel like a twig. And then I broke down my 5 strategies that I'm going to implement over the course of this 12 weeks to make this happen. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count my calories at least 6 days a week. And I want to stay at 2,200 calories or less. This is just going to make sure that I am not intaking more calories than I'm burning, and it's also going to help me not feel bloated and help a lot with my digestion as well. But I counted my calories last summer and I was seeing results from it. I just ended up falling off just because life happens. But yeah, that's just what works for me, so that is one thing I'm going to be doing. My second strategy is to to implement 30 minutes of movement every single day, whether it's a walk, a workout, a yoga session, I don't care. I want 30 minutes of movement. It can be morning, afternoon, night, middle of the night, I don't care. I just need to move my body for 30 minutes every single day. Strategy number 3 is 3-minute abs 5 times a week. I really want to build my core strength and also my back strength because I do have a lot of back problems. I had scoliosis whenever I was younger, so my back itself just feels very weak, but when I do more abs exercises, it strengthens those muscles and I can just have more balance and can do more exercises. So I feel like engaging my core for at least 3 minutes a day for 5 times a week is going to help build that core strength and also help me tone up. Plus, I feel like 3 minutes, like I have no excuse to not set aside 3 minutes to go do an ab exercise. Like everyone has 3 minutes a day. There's zero excuse as to why I can't do that. Strategy number 4 is to make sure that I'm drinking at least 8 cups of water a day. I have on here 4 bottles because I have like the Deer Park bottles and those are each about 16 ounces, so 2 cups per bottle. But as long as I'm getting down 4 of those a day for 7 days a week, I will be so happy. I can totally feel whenever I am dehydrated. I wear contacts so my eyes get drier. I have drier skin. I'm hungrier. It's not a good time. I don't have as much energy. So making sure I'm intaking as much water as possible will help with any bloating, will also help nutritionally as well, but also to feel stronger and just feel really, really good and like the best version of myself. And my 5th strategy is going to be 10,000 steps a day. I really want to make a conscious effort to do this because a lot of my job is very sedentary between content creating and I also am in real estate, which also has a lot of computer work. Of course, it has times where you go out and show houses and everything like that as well, but a lot of work that I do is on the computer, so I want to make sure that I am moving my body and I'm getting those steps in. There's a ton of benefits on getting 10,000 steps a day. Now we're going to move on to YouTube goals. So my goal for the end of this 12 weeks is to have 1,000 subscribers and 3,000 Instagram followers. First strategy to getting to 1,000 subscribers is to upload at least once or twice a week, ideally Wednesdays and Sundays at 11 a.m. My second strategy is to plan video ideas at the beginning of the month because I don't want to be behind and I don't want to be without any ideas or anything like that. That's one thing that's held me back in the past, is not properly planning and everything and thinking ahead. Strategy number 3 is to consistently add ideas to a running list essentially, and I would love to add at least 1 idea a day. The strategy number 4, this is more so for Instagram, is to increase my engagement. I'm kind of like one of those ghost followers where I like, even if I like something, I don't know why, I don't comment or anything like that. So I'm trying really hard to make an effort to build a community and build relationships with people and connections on Instagram so that they feel connected to me, I feel connected to them, and it builds more so of a loyal base and a loyal community versus just like randomly following people. I just feel like I want to build these platforms with connections and with people that actually like me and I like them and we are like-minded, and like I'm sure we are if you're watching this, but I just really want to make a conscious effort to do that. And also along with that, studying my analytics every week. I don't want to look at my numbers too much, but I definitely want to know what's working, what's not working, and just kind of gauge where I am. And that way I can see exactly what I need to tweak and where I need to go. And my 5th strategy is to post reels, TikToks, and shorts at least 5 times a week. I feel like it took me so long to figure out exactly what content I wanted to make on Instagram and everything, and honestly everything I've been posting on there and on here and TikTok as well just feels so right to me. It took me so long to find that, and I have related to so many people and have made so many new connections through that. I really want to build on it and just fall in love with creating it. So those are my social media goals essentially. So basically, after you set your priorities and exactly the strategies how you're going to get there, she has a daily checklist. So it's essentially a daily tracker, and granted not everything that you're going to do is going to happen every single day, but it's really good to put it on here so you can check it off on the days you are planning to do it or need to do it. And it tells you the percentage at the bottom so that whenever you've checked it off, you can see exactly how well you're doing and where you are. So that is going to wrap up this mid-year reset. I'm seriously so excited to implement these things and just see how much I can grow and what I can build. If you're thinking about doing this or you have done this, please comment down below because I would love to know, and maybe we can like hold each other accountable and see how things are going and just give each other support, because it is uncomfortable to change. Change is an execution, and execution can be very scary. If this is something that you're wanting to do, take the leap and do it, and just make it fun planning this. Grab a coffee, grab a blankie, grab whatever, put on your favorite movie in the background, and just really think about what it is that you want to do in 12 weeks and just do it. But I'm so excited to take on the second half of 2023 with you. If you did enjoy this video or it helped you out or inspired you, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.